It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Bills. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Back to Mixon on second down. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down, avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon on the toss right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. to Mixon on the check down. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 18-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that hits the right upright, but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Here's McPherson now to send it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. But there aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
That's it, ready? We're going to work.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Allen off the play fake. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when we clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From midfield, here's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
kicks away. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Able to slither by. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Being chased out left.
And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Devin Singletary. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Oftentimes you can create mismatches because he's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Buying time to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Back now in Buffalo. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Singletary again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Moss.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Zach Moss.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that makes this a 2-score ball game. And the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On second down, Mixon. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
All right, ready?
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking for the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Right back to Singletary on second down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Allen. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Burrow.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Burrow.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here.